A referee was seriously injured in a shoot attack. There is a content warning. Some graphic details will be coming up in our first story. Plus, a top SmackDown star is returning soon. And we have an update on an absent NXT star. It is all in the wrestling news right now. So, video footage emerged over the weekend from Saturday's world-class pro wrestling event, Christmas Star Wars. This was a family event in Irving, Texas. The footage shows Devin Nicholson, who you may know as Hannibal from Hannibal TV, also as his wrestling persona Blood Hunter, causing serious harm to referee Lando Del Toro. So, the ball started rolling on this on Reddit. User Cultaholic, who was one of the officials who was involved in the incident. He wasn't Lando Del Toro. He was another referee involved in the scenes at the end. And he reported what happened at that show on this Reddit post. It's now like 94% upvoted, has had 1,300 posts and comments underneath it. So Blood Hunter, managed by Kevin Sullivan, was facing Carlito at this Christmas Star Wars event. Lando Del Toro was the assigned referee. There was a spot that involved a blading that was planned for the conclusion of the match. Cultaholic on Reddit reports that Hannibal went AWOL about 10 minutes before the match and seemed, in his words, messed up as he arrived at the gorilla position and then proceeded to get into the ring. Carlito, Hannibal's opponent for the night, was informed by the referee that Hannibal was in a bad way and the match should be wrapped up pretty quickly, and it was. Post-match, there was a brawl that was planned between Carlito and another wrestler. That was as planned. Lando, the referee, had agreed to do the blade job. That was planned. However, what transpired from there certainly wasn't, as it comes from Cultaholic, who was one of the referees there. What happened was Lando was unable to draw blood from a blade job, and consequently Hannibal choked Lando out and then did the blade job for him, stabbing him in the head with a spike multiple times. Lando started bleeding profusely as Hannibal's valet then gets into the ring to pull him away. An ambulance and the police were called shortly afterwards. Several reports have said that Kevin Sullivan asked wrestlers to kayfabe the police, which is a weird thing to state with all of this going on. Lando Del Toro tore an artery and lost a lot of blood. He went to hospital where he had his head shaved and he had multiple staples put into his head to close multiple deep cuts. A GoFundMe has been set up to cover the medical expenses of Lando. He's since returned home and is recovering, having confirmed that Saturday night's conclusion wasn't a work, and the attack from Hannibal, from Nicholson, wasn't planned to go that way. Jerry Bostic is the promoter for World Class Pro Wrestling, and he put out a video statement a short while ago apologizing for what transpired on this family show, saying they will no longer be associating with Nicholson going forward, and they're planning to put on a fundraiser show to help cover the costs incurred by Lando's medical procedures from over the weekend. So it's a pretty grisly story to start the week off, isn't it, Ross?
It is, yeah, and I've seen a lot of people online notably arguing with Brian Zane. I saw on my Twitter feed this morning saying, oh, it's just a part of the show, Brian, calm down. We've had it confirmed there from the source itself it's not, and stuff like this just shouldn't be happening. I don't know what we say here, Tom. I think Sean Ross Sapp surmised it quite nicely where he said Hannibal is a piece of sugar, honey, ice and tea.
That's right. Well, obviously, he didn't say that, but obviously there's certain things we can't say on the internet, on the YouTube, so that's why we do it that way. When we know more, we'll let you know more via cultaholic.com. As I say, it's a bit of a grisly start to Monday. Moving on to SmackDown-related news as we breathe a sigh of relief and click into another gear. By the way, when we're talking about SmackDown, how wonderfully wholesome is the friendship, the frenemy-ship, the stepbrothership between Brock Lesnar and Sami Zayn right now?
I would like those two to move into a house together and then a documentary crew film their goings-on each and every day. Brock and Sami round the breakfast table is fantastic TV that needs to happen.
Somebody's already photoshopped the Stepbrothers poster with Brock and Sami Zayn in it, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's one of my favourite parts of SmackDown. In fact, one of my favourite parts of SmackDown, currently missing at the moment, and that's Bayley. And she gave us a ding-dong update via Instagram. She was on last night on Instagram Live, and it looks as if she could be returning soon. Couldn't she, Ross?
She says, so my knee is doing great, my leg's doing great, my ankle's doing great, my calf's doing great, my shin's doing great, not Shinsuke Nakamura, not her pet Shinsuke Nakamura, my hip's doing great, my mind is doing great, so I mean, it's only a matter of time, and I'm not going to tell you when, and I don't want all these idiots watching to know when, but I'm going to be coming back soon, maybe, you know, and y'all better be ready. Better be ready. Fighting words there from Pamela.
I've missed Pamela on TV. I don't know about you.
Oh, the distinct slot, a Bayley-shaped slot on the SmackDown women's roster at the moment where she could fit, whether it be heel or baby face, because she was doing that good as a heel. She started to get changed, so she could feasibly come back as a baby face, but one of those ones with a bit of a heelish edge. But yeah, she's definitely, her presence is missed on SmackDown, and I can't wait to see her back.
Who would you like to see her getting amongst it with? Should she be back in the next few months?
I have no idea, Tom. That's up to WWE. But Shotzi comes to mind straight away for me. That'd be
I'm glad
interesting.
you said Shotzi.
Yeah, because I feel like Shotzi's in danger of becoming one of those heels on SmackDown, or just in WWE in general, who just loses all the time, but is still a heel, but loses all the time, but is still a heel. So a proper meaty, juicy storyline involving Bayley maybe taking her under her wing for a bit, showing her how to be a no-good, dastardly heel in a professional wrestling or something like that would do wonders for Shotzi and for Bayley, I guess.
I would love to see that as a thing. But Bayley, also on this Instagram Live, did I see that Stone Cold Steve Austin popped up for a chat with Bayley as well?
What did they talk about, Tom?
I think just about how much of badasses each of them are. I like the Bayley Steve Austin combo. That's delightful. I want to see more of that, please. I hope that wasn't just a Photoshop that I half saw in my sleep.
No, it was there. I can confirm Stone Cold was there.
That's a relief. Maybe Stone Cold will manage Bayley when she comes back. Book it, you cowards!
You heard it here first.
You cowards! Moving on, finally, on to NXT. A star that has been absent from NXT could be about to return to the show. We are, of course, talking about Sarray, who disappeared in November to go back to Japan for a spell. She posted last night that she is back in the United States, which suggests that she could be returning to NXT TV very soon, Ross.
Now, this is, trepidation is the mood when I hear this news story this morning, Tom, because of NXT 2.0 and NXT 2.0's penchant for a gimmick. And one thing that Sarray didn't really have when she left our screens a little while ago was a very much defined gimmick. She was very much a woman who would kick you hard in the face, but there was not much more to that. And I'm looking at the likes of Ike Manjiro and Kushida and other people from the Far East, and I'm scared at what we might see. Are you scared?
Oh, a little bit. Just again, because you say she lacks that real gimmick at the moment. And it's a shame because she was back in 2020 at the beginning of that year. There was a big fanfare about her coming in, and then of course what happened in 2020 happened, so that got put on the back burner. And then since then, the entire mindset of NXT has completely changed. And I worry that someone like Sarray, as incredibly talented as she is at risk of being lost in the shuffle when she is so good at what she does. The beauty being that she was never really established as an NXT 1.0 star.
Yeah.
So really, if she comes back, she still would kind of count as part of NXT 2.0.
But there does seem to be a bit of a mantra in NXT 2.0 whereby if you don't look like you're from America, it's sort of funny to see what you would do because you look different to us and sound different to us. And ha ha ha, Ike Manjiro patting someone on the arse, that's hilarious because he's from a different part of the world. It's a very outdated way they're doing things with stars from the Far East, basically, as far as I can see, in NXT 2.0. So hopefully she doesn't get tarnished with that same brush. Hopefully she can just kick people's faces off some more. Because not everybody needs a gimmick, Tom, do they? Not everybody.
Not at all, not at all. Before we go, we should probably address the elephant in the Zoom. You may notice that it looks slightly different. The government rules and regulations have changed once again here in the UK. We're being encouraged to work from home and socially distance where we can. So the news may look a bit like this up until Christmas, but we're very much lucky that we've been very organised in the sense that we've got so much wonderful content and videos that you're going to see over Christmas where we're all together because we recorded it ages ago. So thank you for continuing to support what we do. We're just kind of rolling with the punches just like the rest of the country, but there's loads of stuff that we filmed together, Ross, that I think everyone's going to be very happy about over Christmas, right?
Yeah, just forget about that content, Tom. I just can't wait for the wheeze and chine, the cheese and wine.
Are you sure you haven't had any wheeze and shine this morning?
I don't know what chine is. I don't know, but yes, the chine and wheeze. Oh my God, it's time. Goodbye, everybody.
Just another manic Monday. Stay safe. Wheeze and shine.